Commander Lisa Grant stood frozen in the airlock as three towering figures emerged from the sleek alien vessel. The Zephyrians were everything the intelligence reports had failed to capture. 7 feet tall with luminescent blue skin that seemed to pulse with an inner light, and eyes like liquid silver that held depths of ancient wisdom. The lead figure stepped forward, her movements graceful despite her imposing size. When she spoke, her voice resonated with harmonics that made the metal walls vibrate. "I am Cathara, Prime Navigator of the Zephyrian fleet. We come seeking the ones called humans." Lisa felt her heart racing but kept her voice steady. "I'm Commander Lisa Grant of the Earth Defense Force. What do you want with humanity?" Cathara tilted her head, studying Lisa with those mesmerizing silver eyes. "Your species has done something no other race in the galaxy has accomplished. You have survived the Void Plague." The words hit Lisa like a physical blow. The Void Plague had swept through human colonies 3 years ago, a mysterious disease that consumed organic matter at the molecular level. Entire worlds had gone dark. Earth itself had been quarantined. But humanity had endured, adapted, and somehow developed immunity. "Half the galaxy is dead," Cathara continued. "Entire civilizations reduced to cosmic dust. The Zephyrian Empire, once spanning 1,000 worlds, now exists on only 12 planets. Our population has dropped from billions to mere millions." Lisa's tactical mind immediately grasped the implications. "You need our immunity." "More than that," said the second Zephyrian, stepping forward. She was smaller than Cathara, but radiated an intensity that made the air shimmer around her. "I am Veltana, Chief Science Coordinator. We need to understand how your species not only survived but grew stronger." The third Zephyrian remained silent, but Lisa could feel her presence like electricity in the air. Her skin was darker blue, almost indigo, and elaborate silver markings covered her arms and face. "This is Zixandra, our military strategist," Cathara explained. "She believes your resistance came through warfare adaptation." Lisa nodded slowly. It was true. Humanity had been forced to fight the plague like a war, developing new technologies, new medical techniques, new ways of thinking about survival itself. The experience had united the species in ways that centuries of peace never could. "We propose an alliance," Cathara said. "Our technology for your biological resilience. Together we might save what remains of galactic civilization." "What kind of technology are we talking about?" Lisa asked. Veltana gestured, and a holographic display materialized in the air between them. Lisa gasped as she saw star maps showing faster-than-light travel routes, energy manipulation techniques that could power entire worlds, and terraforming technologies that could make dead planets bloom with life. "We offer the knowledge to expand beyond your current limitations," Veltana explained. "But we need something more valuable than technology from you." "Which is?" "Hope." Zixandra spoke for the first time, her voice carrying undertones of barely controlled emotion. "Your species fights when others surrender. You adapt when others die. You find solutions when others accept defeat." Lisa studied the 3 aliens. Despite their advanced technology and imposing presence, she could see something in their expressions that was unmistakably familiar, the look of survivors carrying the weight of their losses. "There's something you're not telling me," Lisa said.
"Why come to us now?"
"Why not 3 years ago when the plague first hit?" Cathara exchanged glances with her companions. "Because 3 years ago we believed we could solve this ourselves. We tried to recreate your immunity in our own people. The experiments—" She paused, pain flickering across her features. "The experiments killed more of us than the plague ever did. We learned that human immunity cannot be replicated," Veltana added. "It can only be shared through direct genetic integration." Lisa felt a chill run down her spine. "You mean hybridization?" "Not forced," Cathara said quickly. "Willing partnership. The children born from such unions would carry immunity while retaining the best traits of both species." The implications were staggering. Lisa thought of the dying Zephyrian worlds, the desperate survivors, the potential for creating something entirely new. But she also thought of the risks, the unknown consequences, the responsibility of speaking for all humanity. "I need to consult with my government," Lisa said. "Time is short," Zixandra interjected. "The plague continues to spread. 3 more worlds died while we traveled here. Soon, even our remaining planets will fall." Lisa looked at each of the Zephyrian women in turn. Cathara, the leader carrying the weight of her people's survival. Veltana, the scientist desperate to find answers. Zixandra, the warrior facing an enemy she couldn't fight with conventional weapons. I'll need full access to your medical data, Lisa said finally. Complete transparency about the risks and benefits. And most importantly, this has to be voluntary on both sides. No coercion, no desperation-driven decisions. Kithara stepped closer and Lisa caught a scent like ozone and starlight. You would consider this? Even knowing the uncertainty? That's what humans do, Lisa replied. We take impossible odds and find ways to beat them. But we do it together, as equals. For the first time since the Zephyrians had arrived, Kithara smiled. It transformed her alien features, making her seem less imposing and more hopeful. There is one more thing you should know, Veltana said. The plague isn't natural. Someone or something created it as a weapon. The immunity your species developed? It suggests you may have encountered the creators before. Lisa felt the pieces clicking into place. The strange asteroid impacts 20 years ago. The unusual radiation signatures. The genetic anomalies that had appeared in isolated human populations before mysteriously disappearing. You think we've been targeted before, Lisa said. We think you've been tested, Zixandra corrected. And you passed. The question now is whether our alliance can face what's coming next. Lisa looked out through the viewport at the stars beyond. Somewhere out there was an enemy capable of destroying entire civilizations. But also out there were allies who had traveled across the galaxy seeking hope. She turned back to the three Zephyrian women. When do we start? Kithara's silver eyes gleamed. Now. But first, there's something else you need to see. Something that will change how your species views its place in the universe. She gestured to Veltana, who activated another holographic display. This one showed a vast network spanning the galaxy, connecting hundreds of star systems with streams of light. This is the network, Kithara explained. Every advanced civilization was part of it. It allowed instantaneous communication and travel across any distance. The plague didn't just kill biological life, it destroyed the network itself. But if humans can provide immunity, Veltana added, and we can provide the technology to rebuild the network, together we might restore what was lost. Lisa stared at the display, overwhelmed by the scope of what they were proposing. Humanity, barely beginning to explore its own solar system, was being offered the chance to help resurrect galactic civilization. There will be those who say we're not ready, Lisa said. Readiness is not the same as necessity, Zixandra replied. The galaxy is dying. Ready or not, someone must act. Lisa nodded. She thought of Earth, of the billions of humans who had survived the plague through sheer stubbornness and ingenuity. They had earned their place at this table through suffering and perseverance. I'll speak to my superiors, she said. But I already know what they'll say. Humanity doesn't back down from a challenge. Kithara stepped forward and placed a large, warm hand on Lisa's shoulder. The touch sent a strange tingle through her skin, and for a moment she could swear she felt the Zephyrians' emotions, hope mixed with desperate determination. Then perhaps, Kithara said softly, there is a future for all of us after all. Lisa looked at the three alien women who had brought their people's last hope across the void to find humanity. Tomorrow would bring negotiations, planning, and the beginning of the most ambitious alliance in galactic history. Tonight she would prepare to help save the universe.